And this was the moment that we all should have known as Avalanche fans. Cirelli comes in, tries to do a backhand, doesn't even get a shot off, goes in, and that's when it's a bit questionable. The Avs fall 6-2 to the Tampa Bay Lightning. This happens. You smack a team a touchdown to zero. They're back-to-back defending Stanley Cup champions. There should be a response. There was one tonight. We weren't at our best, but at the same time, led in by a couple soft goals, a couple back-breaking plays, and Tampa takes it. It's a bit of a series now. It's 2-1. Game 4 coming up in a couple days. Let's get into it. Let's run through it. We don't want to spend too much time on it, but we can talk about it a little bit. Let's go. Yeah, that was a soft goal. There was a couple more after that, but we are here to talk about Game 3, the Big L after the Big W, 6-2 Tampa in Game 3. I'm here with Brennan from Euroland. Good to see you again, buddy. You were the only one that wanted to show face tonight after the little bit of a hiding we took.
We got to put the work in, man.
You got to.
Apparently, the Avs didn't either. So
no, it's not surprising. It's not surprising. A couple of players stand out. It was tough to say who had a good game. I mean, obviously, Gabe Landeskog had a good game. A couple goals. He was trying to show up. It's tough to. I'm trying to think of somebody else from the Avalanche really picked it up. You got anybody comes to mind? I mean, Kemel Carr was busy, but he just couldn't get it going.
He was a -3 tonight.
Yeah. A couple of those weren't his fault. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, -3. Him and Taves, -3.
Yeah. Well, they're practically out there half the hockey game. So you get scored 6. You get scored 6 on.
So 24 and 25 minutes respectively. Yep.
Yeah. And if that was a tighter game towards the end there, you could guarantee you that's around that 30-minute mark. But you could tell about the last 5-6 minutes what happened. Some ugly penalties, ugly game. Either way, first thing to talk about, the note of Burakovsky does not make it. He doesn't make the initial trip. He kind of stays back, comes in a little later, I believe, where he was getting his hand assessed. Misses out. Him and Kadri both out, big misses. Abe Kubel comes in. Not really noticeable tonight. Not a typical Abe Kubel grindy game where you really notice him a lot out there. We started out as a stat to start with. The Avs are tied for the second longest win streak away from home at 7 coming into this game. Well, it's going to stay that way. Yeah, that's where it ends. Unfortunately, I've got Tampa comes off better start. Right after I say that, Kuemper gets absolutely robbed by Vasilevsky off a rebound, and this is the beginning of this whole JT Kuemper. JT Kuemper could have scored a hat trick tonight.
More than likely, I think. Yeah, he was pushing the puck a lot. I was sitting there yelling 8-7-7 goals now the whole game. And my kid even picked up the phone and he was just like starting to dial the phone and going, boop, 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 hello. I was like, yeah, pick up the phone. Come on, seriously.
Yeah.
Someone's got to. But
nobody was answering.
And Abe Kubel had a couple good chances more towards the end of the game, but early on he didn't.
No. Early on there was a few. That was the first JT Kuemper chance, and again, could have had at least a couple goals. Just didn't get enough meat on the backhand. And then right after that, I was very excited. This is when Nate McKinnon finds Val Nichushkin. This is the goal that eventually gets disallowed early on in the first. Byram pulls the puck just past that blue line after a very, very long review. It's ruled offsides, rightly so. There's you can see a little bit of that white gap in between. But you made a comment about the length of time that Tampa had to make that challenge.
Yeah. So it was brought up by Elliot Friedman of Sportsnet that typically you get about 35 to 40 seconds to make your decision on whether you're actually going to challenge it or not. He got a minute 30.
Yeah.
So
Just
no, a
double
minute
time,
20.
just to make sure.
A minute 20 to make the decision on whether he was going to challenge that goal or not. And that's what, like me and my wife were both sitting there. We're like, oh, that's good, because by the time they're getting around that minute 20 mark, normally it's they've dropped the puck. Yeah. So, and then they showed that one angle. It was across the ice, and it showed that little sliver across on the blue line, and then I just went, "Oh crap!"
That was it.
Yeah, I knew it was. I knew it was a not a good goal, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the right call. But like you said, the amount of times a bit sketchy. But hey, right call at the end of the day was made on the play. Shouldn't have been a goal. Anthony, what is up, buddy? This one hurts for sure. We looked flat. Yeah, you could say that this game was a must-win for Tampa, and they were ready. It was pretty much a must-win. I mean, you don't want to go, can't go down 3-0 against a team like the Avalanche. At the same time, I thought we came out okay. I mean, Tampa, obviously, you can't come out any worse than they did game 2. But, scoring that goal, having that taken away, and then we're about to get into their first goal. Landy scores, and I thought we responded fine after that. But it's, again, a soft goal or two let in by Darcy Kuemper. The bit just takes the wind out of the sails a little bit, lets Tampa get rolling, lets them feel energized, lets the building. I mean, the building was, to me, it was still kind of quiet. I mean, how late did you got to be for everybody to have a clapper? We can't just clap with our hands anymore, man. What's up?
Yeah.
Are you a fan of the clapper?
I mean, I guess that's their equivalent to the palms. So
the palms.
Yeah, but I mean, it makes noise. But I mean, it's like I've always said that Tampa's got the southern feel, like more of a tailgate type of like a football stadium type of feel.
Yeah,
and during playoffs, it gets even worse.
Yeah.
So, they definitely showed it tonight because they were down 2-0 already when it came in. When the Avs came in, so.
Yeah, I could tell like a third of the crowd was already sleeping. They had already been drunk about 3 hours earlier.
Yeah,
they were already asleep. Second period, they were all passed out. One thing that was actually working for the Avalanche tonight was the power play. The power play looked very good all night long. That's actually where we get our first goal by this beauty of a man, Gabriel Landeskog. Power play goal by him. It's a rebound play off a Rantanen shot. Just hits off of him, hits off his body. He digs right in there, right behind Vasilevsky, tucks it in. Looking at it, you're like, are they going to look at this for goal interference? But it really wasn't the play. He was there to make the play. Really didn't interfere with Vasilevsky coming back. He was already behind. The puck was already behind him. Tucks it in 1-0. And, that was a big momentum swing because right before that, we kill off a Tampa power play, and then that's when Erik Johnson takes the high stick, gets us on the power play after we kill their initial one off. We score, momentum shift. It's almost like, okay, we had our goal ruled out, but no big deal, man. We're up 1-0. This is what we do.
Should have been 2-0, but whatevs.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what are you going to do?
I'm not going to be bitter, really, but
no. I mean, we let in 6.
And that was a typical Landy goal, honestly.
Yeah.
But he was driving towards the net. He got his big ass in the way, and then was ranting in that had the initial shot.
Yeah.
And then it just got through Vazzy, surprisingly, and he just cleaned it up. That's all.
Yeah. Good, typical, like you said, Landy goal. And then, guys, not long after that is this play here by Cirelli. It's been pretty quiet. I know he's known for his two-way play. I know he's a good defensive forward as well, kind of good shutdown C. But this one here, he comes down off the wing. It's right after Newhook comes out of the box. Cirelli, he tries a deke. He fans on his move, but it goes in anyway on Darcy. And that play, I looked and I told my wife, I was like, I don't like that at all. that looks troublesome to me. And in my opinion, Darcy Kuemper, since coming back from injury, has looked a little shaky. And maybe for good reason. I'm not sure all the extent of the injury, but he said he was 100% feeling good, but just hasn't looked great. Your feelings when a play like that goes in? It wasn't even a shot; it was a missed deke.
Well, the missed deke may have thrown him off to begin with.
Yeah,
and I think people underestimate Sorelli's speed. First off, and you could see that later in the game that people were starting to underestimate Sorelli's speed because he was going on those forward checks and they were trying to pass it and have him cherry pick a little bit. But he gets breakaways like that. And it throws people off. And he's such a big, lanky guy that you wouldn't think would be able to do that. But and then the guy can't skate. I've seen him fall into so many nets, it's ridiculous. But that deke probably is what threw him off. And he thought it was going to go left when it went right and things like that. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think a more confident goalie. I mean, I like a goalie that does use his stick, that kind of challenges the play. He got in there pretty tight, and he kind of just no poke check challenge. Didn't hold his post too well there. Either way, Stanley Cup final. That's something you want him just grabbing. You want him smothering. You want something happening there where he just doesn't sneak that sucker in. I can understand where he can catch any goalie off guard, but at the same point, we've got the momentum. Yeah. And that right there just kind of kicked us in the nuts. It's kind of as easy as that. Anthony says, do you guys think Kuemper is still having lingering issues tracking the puck? Who do you think should start in net for game 4? Well, that's going to be the big question, Anthony. I don't know if he's having issues tracking the puck, but I just think he's looked a bit shaky since coming back. And I don't know if it's the moment. I don't know if it's just the time off. The moment of being in the Stanley Cup final, the pressure. He just doesn't look as calm. Let's say it, Frankie. What do you think?
And to touch on that, I mean, 22 shots, 5 goals. That's beer league stats.
Yeah.
And sorry for me to keep referring to that because that's what I play. So.
Well, that's what we know. That's what we use.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I mean, that's my only comparison is I played beer league. So, and so you're going to see that more from, something like what I play, not from an NHLer. And I, from compared to last game where they kept Vazzy in for 7 goals and they were starting to make comparisons for walk. With the Detroit Red Wing game and Canadian game, the last game that he played before he got traded to us. And it's going to it kills a person's confidence, kills a goalie's confidence, it kills the defenseman's confidence when you pull that goalie. And I mean, what do you think that did to Makar? What do you think that did to Taves when you pulled him? They got probably even more pissed at themselves than at Kuemper.
Yeah, I mean, I think for them, like I said, though, a couple of those, the first one, in my opinion, is Darcy. There was another one that was a week that backhanded Patrick Maroon. He's got to save that one. The one where Stamkos finds himself by himself and he absolutely rips it. I'm not blaming Darcy Kuemper for that.
Oh, God, that was a failure on the defense. And I've seen better backdoor coverage on my old team.
Yeah, so. I mean, I don't blame it all on him. The fact of the matter is there was a couple big moments in there where the shots weren't too difficult, in my opinion, and he didn't come up with the save, which we needed. This could have always happened. I mean, Tampa's a great team.
Yeah,
I think we were just going to come in like that.
To really answer, in my opinion, Anthony's question is that I think they're going to go with Frankie next game.
See, you say that. I just have a feeling they're still going to – because one thing Darcy Kuemper does do is bounce back after a bad game.
Got to go with the hot hand.
every time. I like if they put Frankie in, I would be just as happy. I just think the way Bednar's played this goaltending situation for all the way from the regular season to this playoffs, I think he's going to go back with Darcy. I'm not saying it would be the right call or the wrong call, but I just think I think he's going to go back with Darcy and say, prove to me you're number one. Prove to me you're the guy. I think he's not going to have a worse game. I do know that.
I think this will motivate him if they do keep Darcy in. And
I think it
looks like we have a lightning fan in the house here.
You're damn right we do. What's up, Bucks? Yeah. Bucks Skull Gang in the house. Hey, good game, Avs fans. How dare you say that? How dare you don't you tease us after? If you've watched my interviews from the other night, then believe me, you can tease me all you want. We had a fun time. Game 2. I'm not gonna lie to you. Game 4 going to be a great game. Of course it is. I wouldn't be shocked if it's a 1-goal OT type of game, overtime. You know what I mean? It could easily be one of those, but what I do expect is definitely a response. I expect to have Tampa to have another good game, as they're really good at home. Only losing 1, I believe, at home, but now we've only lost 1 on the road. So let's see what breaks now. I think we're both 7-1 and 7.
So, yeah. And it's a different game when you have to change, when you have the second change, because Coop got the advantage on changing his lines first, and then Bednar had to adjust to that on the fly.
Speaking of that, the one line that's the obvious line, that's the scoring line from Tampa, that Palat, Kucherov, I think it was Stamkos was out there a lot of the time as well. That would seem to be, if anybody was going to score, it was going to be them, right? They were going to be the line. And our line with Rantanen and Lehkonen and Kuemper did not play them well at all tonight. They were, it was rough. The coverage was rough. And we're about to get into Tampa's second goal, which is they get their first lead of the series. It's off a Palat goal. So some nice interchanges where you talked about that chemistry between Palat there and Kucherov, moving the puck around, interchanging positions. Rantanen gets a loss on his coverage. His man is Palat there. Palat gets open after a pass. It's a nice play. Palat gets it. Rusev. That's one I'm not really going to blame Kuemper on. There's a lot of moving pieces. We have a breakdown coverage there. It's 2-1 Tampa. It's their first lead of the series. It doesn't happen until game 3. So, I mean, the fact, if you told me, hey, Tampa's not going to have a series lead until game 3, I'd be like, I'll take it right now. I will 100% take that from you, please.
Yeah.
And that's where the first period ends. But, yeah, I mean, I will highlight this son of a bitch, right here. Nice play, nice goal. Anthony answers his own question here. I think they go with Kuemper if he is shaky. That's my thought as well. I still do think they're going to hit with Kuemper and say, this is that game, that do or die. You've bounced back all season long, all playoffs long. Show us your bounce back. If he has another bad game, if you're a coach and if you're a fan, you're going to say, I want to see Frankie, right? I mean, it's only natural.
Yeah. And, I mean, we've seen Frankie. He was 6-0, and technically that loss still goes to Darcy. So because no goals were scored during while Frankie was in goal.
Oh, you mean tonight they scored 1, but I didn't think it was the game winner.
Oh wait, that's right. Yeah. No,
but it still goes to Kuemper. It still goes to Kuemper, I believe. It just wasn't the game winning goal.
If any goals scored while that goalie's in net, it goes to that goalie.
It goes to that goalie? Well, that's unfair.
Yeah. So Frankie got the loss. So now he's 6-1, but you really can't blame the loss on him.
No.
So
No. I always thought it was if it was the game winner. But hey, if that's the case, that's I think we all know that stat. Then that if that's the L on him, we know that's kind of not legitimate, in my opinion. What's up, Elise? I see them going with Kemp to start, but I don't see Bednar keeping him in if he lets more than 3 in. But depending on what was going on with Kemp's, they may start Frankie. Is there a lingering issue there? I don't know. I mean, he said he was good to go. He was feeling great. I don't know if there is. I just think it's something mentally. He's not quite on it. It would be interesting to see though if something came out. If it was on a physical side. And then our Tampa man, Mr. Bucks, did thought it was a sweep. You thought you guys were going to get swept after game 2? Well, I'm sure there was some that was creeping in minds of multiple Tampa Bay fans.
And I honestly didn't think it was going to be a sweep. Like,
no, I haven't.
As much as I wanted it to be, I wanted to see how tonight went because I knew that Tampa was going to come into it pissed.
Yeah,
and so I wanted to see how this was going to go, and it went exactly as I thought it was going to go. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think. I thought we could lose, but I figured it'd be a hell of a lot tighter than tonight. Second period starts is a bad turnover by this guy who's had a great series so far, Josh Manson. Absolutely rings it off the wrong side of the boards. All he had to do is pick his head up and look. He's got a wide open D man there. Darren Helms kind of marking him, trying to pick a guy right on him, but he absolutely goes the other way around, wraps it back left, and the puck goes to Nick Paul, or finds Nick Paul. I forget who finds him. Some asshole finds Nick Paul alone for a one-timer. Pass Kuemper. That's one. Again, that's a tough one to. He's a little bit far out, Nick Paul is on that. So you would hope like maybe get a piece of it, we get a rebound, something happen. Doesn't, just go straight in. And again, it's just one of those plays that you need a big save. You need a big save off of a play like that, off of a turnover. Doesn't happen. And that is one where this we don't like this. We're now down 2 goals for the first time. And it doesn't feel very, very good. Your thoughts? We go down 3-1. You said this was maybe something you were feeling was coming.
What was that? That was the second, right?
That was the where Tampa went up 3-1 off that Nick Paul. It was that Manson turnover early in the second period.
Okay. Well, I mean,
yeah,
we've seen comebacks before, so I still had hope.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
I hated that turnover, man. That was just so ugly.
Yeah. And Manson's had a couple of them, unfortunately. So
he has, and he's another guy that's also responded off of after a bad game.
Yeah. So it's just I hate Nick Paul. I really hate him. and I'm glad Taze did what he did, but that's just me.
Hey, well, what are you gonna do?
Right.
Avalanche territory, no sweep for you.
That's me.
But that's you? Yeah. That's you saying no sweep? Oh, I was thinking like you mean like for the Avalanche. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? For ourselves? You're ragging on our own team right now?
No, that's
how bad it's getting. Yeah, that's how bad it's getting for the Avalanche fans now. We're ragging on each other. We're telling ourselves we're not sweeping ourselves. We're not sweeping it ourselves. Either way, man. Yeah, so that happens. Another Kuemper chance. So here's Kuemper's second beautiful chance. Gets another great opportunity. He again slides it right into Vasilevsky. He needs to be better here. This is again JT Kuemper with another one. He should have just, all you got to do is backhand it, get it, I don't know, get a half a foot off, 6 inches off the ice. It's going in the net. Doesn't do it again. Just barely slides it into Vasilevsky's pads, giving him the confidence he needs. Obviously had a much better game. Could not be worse. So had a much better game. And then we make it, we're back in the game. We get another power play goal. Again, the beautiful Swede, the one and the only captain, Gabe Landeskog here. Great entry by McKinnon. He was skating. One thing he needs to start doing is getting the puck on net. He's got to start shooting the puck on net, getting more involved offensively. He's a bit on the perimeter right now. It's something he's going to have to look to improve on game 4. Either way, one thing he can do is gain an entry on a power play every time. They got to get to him with the speed. Gabe gets time on the puck. He's able to pick his shot, and he does. It was a beautiful shot. Can't blame Vasilevsky there. It's now 3-2 Tampa Bay. We're in it. I'm feeling okay. All right, this is where we do it. And then of course it's literally right after there's a response from Tampa Bay. This is a Kucherov finds Stamkos. This is one where Stamkos he pulls away from Lehkonen, I believe, is kind of guarding him there, right in front of the goal. He pulls away. Stamkos gets away from his coverage, and he just roofs it past Kuemper. Again, kind of that deflating goal. I'm not putting this one on Kuemper here. It was a beautiful shot by a sniper, 50, 60 goal scorer in his career. What can you do? Stamkos finally gets off to Schneid, and it's 4-2 Tampa. Some breakdowns, some sloppy play. This is the sloppiest we've been in the series, man.
Well, the one in the slot by Stamkos, oh my God. Yeah. He just twirled, and then he was out in the middle of the slot. I swear to God, it was like I had time to go, no.
Yeah, you could see it.
And
it was all there.
If I saw it coming, I can't imagine how Kuemper felt at that point. Literally, I can't imagine how he felt when he can see a blue jersey just twirling around in front of him and then winding up like that. It just, no.
Yeah. And that blue jersey was open. No, that blue jersey was Steven Stamkos, one of the best snipers in the game in the past 10 years. I don't think he did that pose. He didn't have that much time on it to split the legs there, but by God, he ripped her. It's 4-2 Tampa. I'm not really liking that. I feel bad in my pants at that point. At least you are right. Orrin was the one calling for the sweep. And where's Orrin tonight? He's hiding in his room. He's so sad. He was afraid he was going to be made fun of, by the people of the chat, by me including, probably most of all. But yeah, he called for it. Didn't happen. That's wishful thinking. Buck says no goal the first period offside, though game change, I think. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we touched on it a little bit. Nice momentum change, but we scored after that, Bucks. And we had that momentum still, but that's when that Cirelli not even shot deep goal goes in, and that gives you guys so much momentum. Yeah, we talked about that. And then you say you don't like Nick Paul's face. I'll tell you whose face I definitely don't like is fucking Pat Maroon. Jesus of all. My God, that guy's got an annoying face. Every team has got a guy that's got a punchable face. To me, Pat Maroon and Corey Perry. Oh my God. Oh, elbows. If you give me Israel Adesanya right now from the UFC, just a couple of shins to the knees, shins to the body. I mean, leg kicks. Oh my God, you get me a kickboxer like him on those guys right now. Thank God we have McDermott, and I almost want to just unleash him. Just murder a couple people.
They won't do it.
No, of course I know.
Yeah, but like everybody I saw was calling in Av's Twitter was calling for McDermott, and I'm just like, no. And then some people were even saying bench McKinnon, bench McCarr, and those
are Tampa fans.
Like
dude.
Seriously, give them a rest.
Those are Tampa fans, dude. No, those are Tampa.
No. These were Avs people that like I follow me and I follow them and things like that. And they're, God, who was it? Vince Hayes, McCarr, and McKinnon. And
yeah, that's a smart play.
Yeah, and let McDermott play. And I'm like, okay. Absolutely not, first off. Unless we want to lose the game. But we lost anyways, so what's it matter? So
no. That's crazy. That's the craziest shit I've heard in a while.
And to go on Maroon, have you listened to him talk?
Yeah.
He's got marbles in his mouth. It drives me nuts.
He's a son of a bitch, but he's Tampa's son of a bitch. What's up, King? Yeah. Good to see you, buddy. Hi, all. Yeah.
And when do we release? 5.
Yeah. When do we release the Kraken? I don't think we will unless all hell breaks loose, Anthony. I just don't see it, buddy. Avs in 5. Hey, let's hope to God. I'd love to. I'm ready to, spend enough money to buy a house for that ticket if it's possible. We'll see. It's not like Tampa. I told a buddy, I was like, my kid's not going to college anyway. Let's just be real. Let's just spend that money.
Let's see. I was saying 6 initially. So That would give Tampa 2 more.
Yeah.
Or one more.
One more. Yeah, Avs will respond next game. They will respond. The question is where's their level at? Who's a net? And if we can get good goaltending, and I mean just good, just slightly above average goaltending, I'm confident we're going to win that game. We just can't have a stinker for next game, and I think we'll be fine. So again, I mentioned Pat Maroon's coming up here. All right, Tampa's up 4-2. Pat Maroon comes out of the box, and this is one that to me, Kuemper's got to save. This is the nail in the coffin goal. Pat Maroon comes out of the box, gets the puck, simple back. He just drives the net, simple backhand plays, hits off a Kuemper, bounces even higher in the net, makes the backhand look better than what it actually is. It's not that great of a move. It's beer league backhand.
Yeah.
Move over Kuemper, and it's 5-2 Tampa. That to me is the backbreaker, and that is when Darcy Kuemper is pulled for this beautiful man, Pavel Francois. And he comes in, he does let that one in, but he actually makes a decent save there, hits the post, dug in by Kuemper. We'll get to that. But besides that, he made some good saves. He's sharp. He's quicker. You can tell he's quicker. I liked he was talking to Taze. He was talking to his defenseman. After a play was made, he came up. He likes to talk to people. He's really, Darcy Kuemper really stays to himself. He doesn't seem very vocal out there. So this is a guy that got in. I like how he's getting involved with his defenseman. Your call. You think I actually wanted this to happen sooner, but your thoughts whenever Frankie gets put in the game?
Well, it was that was just a hard work goal by Maroon, first off. And then he, like you said, he should have seen that one coming. But yeah, he bounced it off. If you see the reverse view of it, he bounced it off the wall to someone behind him, and then they passed it and up to him. It was ridiculous, but it was a play you wouldn't expect from Maroon. He must have learned that when he was playing with McDavid.
Yeah, he just drove the net. He could tell he was like, I'm taking the puck. He asked for it back, gets it. He was mic'd up. You could even hear the play. They replayed it. He's like, yeah. Give me the puck. He just goes and he's like, okay, I have one move to make here. And it's just driving the net, hit backhand short side. And again, Kuemper just bites, hits off the top of his chest and just bounces over him. He just, as big as Kuemper is, he was not making those strong saves as he needed to. He's got to be stronger than that. And quite rightly, he was pulled. King, you're right. Kuemper was, yeah, he was. He was Vasilevsky game too, is what he kind of was tonight, to be honest with you. Yeah, Frankie, King. I would imagine you probably want Frankie in next game, and I wouldn't blame you. I just have a feeling, they're going to go back to Kuemper, and I just would love to see that same bounce back ability that he has shown all year long. Ali says, I think this is referring to the scratch everybody that's good for the Avalanche and play McDermott. Who would play when McDermott's in the box if we bench everyone? You're right. That's just a bad idea. Let's just call it a bad idea. That's being nice.
And to touch on the fact that you were saying that you noticed that Frankie was being a little more vocal as a defenseman, I love that.
Yeah.
I can't say enough that when my goalie, I hate it when my goalie doesn't talk, and it drives me nuts because I'm the type of goalie or the type of defenseman that stands in front of the net. And if I don't know if I'm blocking that goalie, I don't know I'm blocking that goalie. But I had a really good goalie that was really vocal about it, and then he would yell me like my name as loud as he possibly could. Then I knew I was actually blocking him.
Yeah, screening him. Yeah.
And it sounds like that's what Frankie may be doing.
Yeah, he was doing that, and a guy would block a shot, or he would make a play, and he would come out and say, "Hey, good." I could see he was like, "Yeah, great block," or this or that, or what he might be seeing something. He's like, "Hey, when this guy comes over here, watch this angle," or whatever he's saying. He's just more involved. Darcy Kuemper would make a save or make a block and just kind of do his little look around, do his little back skate, go back to his net every time. It's no rip on. If Darcy Kuemper has a good game, we're not giving a shite. if he's talking to his defenseman or not. But the fact of the matter is he had a really, really bad game. And when a guy like Frankie comes in and he played tight, let one in, but I'm not going to blame that one on him. It was a couple of deflections, and Corey Perry had to tuck it in, the dirty bastard. So that's 5-2. Kuemper's pulled. Frankie comes in, a power play goal. This is that Corey Perry goal. So this is the only goal that gets past Frankie. It's a shot from Hedman. It's deflected by Palat, comes off the post, and then that's when dirty old man, bastard-ass Corey Perry gets in the crease, tucks it in. It's 6-2 Tampa. I mean, the game at that point, I think we all knew. I mean, I still had a little hope because I'm a dirty son of a bitch who believes in miracles because I've watched, Miracle too many times. And we're down 6-2 there, and that's the second period. And it's a rough feeling. And King says when Kuemper is a liability, the Avs are busy trying to protect him and off their game. The fact of the matter is, we were so good game 2. Kuemper didn't have to do a damn thing. But the fact of the matter is, you're not going to play
17 shots on goal.
Yeah, you're not going to play a perfect game like that. I mean, that was one of those games where everything went right for us and we just dominated. It's a back-to-back Stanley Cup champ. We're going to have a competitive goalie that's engaged. Not saying Kuemper can't do that because he's proven he can, but we got to have that bounce back from him. Need more from him. The third period, let's just call it what it is. Back and forth. We huff and puff. Tampa does fine. We pull the goal. We have a few chances. Another JT Compher gets it like right in the slot, and he shoots it right into Vasilevsky's chest. And you're like, okay, that was it. That was one of those ones. Well, maybe there's a glimmer of hope. You never know. Pull a goalie, get in within 2. It's just kind of like at that point, he shoots it into the chest, into the breadbasket. You're like, that's it. It's too easy for them at the end of the day. And Tampa comes out winners 6-2. There's not much to go through for the third period. I don't want to waste any time on there, but if Kuemper is bad, we still need to score. It's true, but sometimes scoring 2 goals away and getting into overtime and possibly winning 3-2 can be enough. The fact of the matter is, I mean, we let in a shit ton and a lot of back-breaking goals. So we could have, it's hearsay now, but sometimes you lose that momentum. You score the goal, we get the lead. We don't let in that weak Cirelli go. Maybe we come back in the power play. It's 2-0. We keep that going. It's just little plays like that. A couple back-breaking plays hurt us. 17 shots. And then, you corrected that. 17 shots the other night versus his 22 tonight. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, and I think, honestly, if that goal didn't get reversed, that would have changed the game. Because goals, for some reason with the Avs, when they get reversed, it just kills the momentum. And we had it all there. And I'm not trying to bitch and moan about it, but it's just truth. They have some issue about trying to get confidence back when a goal gets reversed.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what it is. I mean, because like I said, we still scored the first goal after that. We responded and we had the momentum. And if it was just in my opinion, we responded okay after that. But then it was the bad break, the bad Cirelli goal. And then it's a kind of a, even at 2-1 going down, I felt okay going into the second. And then once that 4-2, 5-2, like I said, that dirty bastard Pat Maroon goal, I was like, okay, that's probably it. You're a stats guy, you say.
Yeah.
I have a tiny, tiny heat map here because I can't expand it any further. I will try to do that. Well, that doesn't bring it up any better.
If you're looking at YouTube, it shows it a lot better. But
okay.
So if you're looking on the right side, you can see where 4 of the 6 goals came from. And right in front of that net. And that tells you that that's where the defensemen are. And either 1, they're having trouble communicating with the goalie, like you were saying. 2, they're having trouble pushing away the forwards that are coming in on them. Or 3, they're having trouble holding their ground. And that was one thing I was always taught is hold your ground, push them away. And if they get that ground, that's where that red dot is going to be. And unfortunately, McCarr and Tays weren't able to hold their ground tonight.
Yeah. No, Tampa did a hell of a lot better job cycling the puck, winning the board battles tonight, which I'd say most of game one, even though it was a tight game, we still felt dominated most of the game, and obviously game two. Every time they're in our zone, puck went to the boards and it was a 50-50. We were coming out with the puck and transitioning pretty quickly, pretty early when obviously Johnny Kuemper, Michael Keaton himself did his work, got his guys going, knowing, hey, guys, we got to win these 50-50 battles, obviously, in the Avalanche zone. Got to put the pressure. They're breaking out of the zone too early. But, in saying that, King, I 100% agree. This is where, okay, Jared Bednar. Okay, Cooper made his adjustments. Where are we at? Some of these things you couldn't adjust, just bad goals and some breakdowns. But be on it. Let's see how we adjust as well. I also make adjustments. No panic needed. Definitely not panicking. If you told me, hey, you can be up 2-1 in this series, would you take it? I would take it. So I'm not going to complain there. What about yourself, Brennan? You taking 2-1?
I'll take 2-1, and then to touch on Elise's there. I mean, I'm not. They adjusted to cover Val. It is what it is, to be honest. So
yeah, I felt like they kind of got worked out of the game a little bit. Like I said, I just felt with some of the goals given, the wind was sucked out of most everyone's sails. I mean, like McKinnon, you could tell he off a little bit. Rantanen, some of the big players. I tell you, who was a big miss was Burakovsky.
Yeah,
he was a guy, and I even added this picture because I did want to just touch on him really quick. He's a guy that really is connected with Val in this series. It could have been a line mate. I mean, Val has been playing with McKinnon and Landy. Has been playing well. Like you said, that first goal was disallowed. I mean, these guys have been through too much shit this year. Too good of a playoff to find, to have a one disallowed goal and be like, well, that sucks. I guess we're feeling bad. No way. I mean, I just think they still pushed first period, but I think second period, a couple bad goals. Just the whole team a little bit deflated. Our fourth line was not nearly as productive, not nearly as efficient in their forecheck tonight. I think we were really missing it. I thought Logan O'Connor had a pretty bad game tonight. Helm wasn't noticeable, which he has been. Has had a really good, finals. I just felt like our fourth line really struggled tonight.
Well, and we didn't have nearly as many hits as we did last game. I mean, we weren't as nearly as physical. And then to, like you were saying, Berkey being gone has had an impact. He got moved from the third to the second line last game, and then took that Hedman pass to the hand in the second period last game, and only played 2 shifts after that. And all they're saying is that he's day to day, and he traveled to Tampa today, but
just wasn't ready.
Yeah, well, beyond that, we don't know what happened.
Obviously, no surgery or anything's needed right now, at least.
Yeah, I was going to say right now. Yeah, we don't
maybe
know
after.
Right
you don't
now.
know. Yeah. Obviously, it's something they think he could kind of maybe work with it and at least get, play at least another 2 or 3 games and then assess it afterwards. But again, that was a big loss, and you could tell because Lehkonen had been playing on the third line, and you got a guy like Lehkonen playing on we just get deeper, in the bottom 6, and I just felt our bottom 6 was just not near as competitive as it has been the first couple games, and it's crazy how just missing a player like a Burakovsky, who's is a very streaky player who's on the hot streak now, and this is when you want him in the lineup. It's a very, very big impact on that. Anthony's got the stats are in our favor. The team up 2 in the series ends up winning 9% of the time. True. But my God, true. You got to do it. You got to do it, though. And that's the thing. It's back-to-back champs. For me, I'm the type, until the writing is there, until the name's etched on the cup, it's all in the air for me, man. I mean, it's tough. Yeah, exactly.
And something that I'd want to point out too is that as it was written, at least, Lehkonen was on the second line. And what that meant was that he was probably going to get a couple extra minutes, like 3 to 4 minutes, probably, more than likely, on top of his normal penalty kills and his power play time and all that stuff, because he does both. And an extra 3 to 4 minutes of ice time can kill you. And then it looks like they had Jack Johnson paired with Manson and not Byram.
Yeah.
So that may have made a difference.
If they dropped him down. They had Bo Byram playing with Eric Johnson. Seemed like.
So they had Manson with Jack Johnson and Byram with EJ, and I thought Byram had been playing really well, but apparently they didn't think so. So
yeah, move some stuff around. I don't know, for whatever reasons it may be, but either way, we take the L. We take it on the chin, people. It's the only way to take it. It hurts anywhere else. So it's on the chin. We're up 2-1 going into game 4. Brennan, where are we at? What's happening in game 4? What is your prediction? What are we doing?
Bednar's going to make some more adjustments. It depends on whether Naz is going to come in, because Naz was day-to-day, and they said that he's going to be either 3 or 4. Well, he didn't come in for 3, so I'm going to hope him 4. He did practice late with the team. He was taking shots today, and he was in a regular sweater. So it's encouraging.
It's encouraging.
And considering the fact that he had surgery on a thumb, and it doesn't matter what hand you have, it's going to put a lot of torque on your hand when you shoot. So I'm hoping that he comes back, but he's effective when he comes back.
Yeah. And it's going to be interesting. They see probably to see like, hey, how does he feel tomorrow after using his hands, after puck handling, shooting, accepting passes, taking those shots. What's the hands feel like today? The day after. We'll see how that goes. What is your prediction? Game 4. What's happening and who's starting in net?
I say Frankie in net. Go with the hot hand. He only allowed 1. And then I'd say it's probably overtime with an Avs win, I hope.
Yeah. I like it.
And then we go into Denver and then win it.
Who's going the OT?
No, we wouldn't win. Yeah, we would win it. Yeah.
We would win it. Who's scoring the OT winner? Who's scoring the OT winner?
Oh, God, you're going that specific?
Oh, yeah, we're going specific.
All hail Kale.
Okay, beautiful. All right, I'm going 4-3. I'm going to go mimic game 1. 4-3 Avs, OT. Okay. This time, I'm going Nate McKinnon, overtime. He's got to start shooting the puck.
He would shit himself.
He's got to do it. He's got to start doing it. He's got to absolutely start. And I think Kuemper is going to start. King has got Avs win 5-1. Just getting back on the horse. I like it. With Frankie starting it. If Kuemper starts, Avs or win. Is that where you win overtime 4-3? Well, hey, that's what I said. Kuemper starts, we win over 3.
Oh, and King, it honestly, I think it has a lot to do with if Naz plays, and they're probably going to start him on the 3rd or the 4th line, to be honest, and they're going to see how he does, and then they'll move him up.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but
we'll see.
If you guys follow Eurolanche on Facebook, you'll catch all the updates there. So.
Please do. Yeah. I'm about to mention that. Plug that. Last comment here. Elise has got 4-2 Avs. We get the open net. So obviously it's 3-2. It's tight. Tampa pulls our goalie. We tuck her in. We put her to sleep 4-2. Brennan, go ahead. Plug the Eurolanche, buddy. All the good stuff.
So if you follow Eurolanche, you can get after practice updates. And then I have my personal my personal Twitter at avsterritory.com. I'm working on I've got many coals in the fire right now, and
yes, sir.
This is one of them.
Beautiful. Get them in there. Poke it in. Stick them coals in, buddy. Get them going. Let's get the flames going. Beautiful. Thanks for joining me. Like I said, everybody got scared tonight. Everybody's crying in their pillows tonight, but not us. The show must go on. Thank you, Anthony, Elise, King, for jumping in the chat, saying Bucks. So you Tampa fan, you dirty bastard. We appreciate you jumping in here too. Don't worry, we love you.
I'm a Tampa fan too. I'm just going all Avs this time.
Hey, man, you watch. Yeah, hey, Avs is number one, right? I mean, that's all that matters. It's okay to have a team in the East but as a secondary, just in case shit hits the fan. But it's all Avalanche right now. You're right. My nephew will be doing sound in Game 5. Wonderful. What does that mean? My nephew will be doing sound in Game 5. Maybe running the sound in the ball?
Maybe announcing or something like that?
Yeah, I'm curious what that means. I'm very curious what that means.
You need to tell us, King, because we're curious. That's going to keep me up tonight.
Yeah, I mean, how am I supposed to go to work? How am I going to wake up in like 5 hours? Oh, at the game. Yes. Awesome. Let's kick ass, dude. Beautiful.
Okay, now I can sleep.
Good luck. Yeah, now we can go to sleep. Okay, great. And I can brush my teeth in peace. Everybody floss tonight, please. Whether it's your teeth, with your anus, all orifices tonight. We're gonna need it. We need it. We need the energy. We need to be ready for Wednesday, and I believe we will. We will respond. We're all predicting to win because we're Avalanche fans. Damn it, that's what we do. We appreciate all you people joining. Brennan, we appreciate you, buddy. And we will get back at it on Wednesday. Until then, thanks for joining. Here's the outro. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Oh yeah, congratulations to the channel. Over 100 plus now. Been a I say a long time coming. It really hasn't. We've barely been doing this for a little bit. So but I am proud. I am proud. It's for great people like you. Great show. Thanks. Well, now I want to know all the Olympics he's done. We don't have time for that, King. I'm sorry. But you let us know next time, please. Thank you, people. Brennan, appreciate it. Love all you guys. We will see you next time. Let's go Avalanche. Let's get it done.
Go Avs.
Let's go.